The journey to becoming your higher self is exactly that. It is a journey and it has to be treated as a journey. Otherwise, you are going to be setting yourself up for failure. I know it's not what anybody wants to hear. Anytime somebody's told, just enjoy the journey, it literally is usually because you've told somebody that there's a place where you want to be and you are not there, and the place you want to be is like over here. And so enjoying the journey is essentially just realizing that you are in one place that you don't want to be, and it's going to take time, effort, and a journey to get to the place where you want, whether it be the ideal body, to be your higher self, to be a confident person, to be fit, to have the money, to have a career that you want. It's all over here and you're over here. And so now I'm supposed to enjoy the journey. Why? So in this video, I'm going to explain to you why you should be enjoying the journey, why the journey is literally so much better than just having the thing, and how you're going to be able to enjoy the journey on whatever journey it is that you're on, the journey to becoming your higher self, the journey to a different body, a different mindset, a material thing and getting a material thing, and how to enjoy the journey to get that thing. Instant gratification is what we are spoiled with, and it's what we're used to now. That is just a reality of the life that we live in. You can order something and have it in front of your face, in front of your doorstep in 2 days, and sometimes on the same day. You can order anything that you want and just have somebody bring it to you. Uber Eats, Grubhub, Instacart. Everything is just getting to you very immediate, and you're used to instant gratification. So desiring something and then having to like do all these steps to get there and have this journey that you have to like embark on to get to something is starting to feel a little more foreign, and people are starting to want to just do things fast. They're constantly clicking on videos like how to lose the weight in 10 days, how to transform your entire life and your entire identity by tomorrow. When you wake up in the morning, you want to have the thing that you want, and you don't want to go and embark on some journey to get it. And so I want you to think of the movie 13 Going on 30. And if you watch that movie, which a lot of you have, it's a very popular movie, then you know exactly where I'm going with this. If you have never watched the movie, it is about this 13-year-old girl who she just wants to be 30, flirty, and thriving. She saw that in a magazine somewhere, and she was just like, she thinks that when she gets to the age of 30, that is when her life is gonna that's when she's gonna blossom. That's when she's gonna be flirty and thriving, and that's all she wants, is to be 30, flirty, and thriving. And so guess what happens? She wakes up and she literally gets that wish on her 13th birthday. She's like crying, rocking back and forth, and she's like, I just want to be 30, flirty, and thriving. And she wakes up and she's 30, and she's not having a very good time because she has her dream life. She has like her dream man, this handsome guy. She has her dream job. She works at a magazine company. She has the body that she wants. Okay, this 13-year-old girl really wanted to have like boobs. She has like boobs, and like she has the body. She has everything that she wanted, yet she finds herself very confused and unhappy. And why is she confused and unhappy? Because there was no journey. She woke up and had it. She didn't even know how she got there. She just got there. There was no heartbreaks to understand why the man of her dreams or the guy that she's with is like the guy that she would have chosen. She's just freaked out by him. She's like, you're just here. Gross. She's like, I don't know how I got this magazine. She doesn't know about all of the things it took her to end up where she is, okay? The ups and the downs are part of the journey, and why having the things are fun. Because you went through things to get there. There's so many other movies just like 13 Going on 30 that depict the same things. Somebody wakes up with the life that they dreamed of, with everything they wanted, but they got it immediately, and immediately they were like, what the heck? I want to do everything to go back to my old self, because none of this is enjoyable if I just get it at the snap of a finger, or I just wake up and have all of it. Because you would not even know what to do. You think that that's what you want, but you wouldn't even know what to do. Your higher self, okay, the version of you that has everything that you want, the body that you want, and all of the things, she went through a journey to get there. Yes, she may have been manifesting and attracting things, but it was still along and part of a journey of alignment to get there. Because your higher self went through a journey, she understands not only how to have the end result of the things that she wants, but she knows how to sustain them because she went through a journey on how to acquire all of the traits to be the identity and to be the person that has them. So, for example, many people wish and hope to win the lottery. And what do we all know about lottery winners? They usually go blow through all of their fortune and end up broke again. Why? They had the immediate thing. They had what you think you would dream of. You had the winning numbers, you won the lottery, but you are not the same as a millionaire that has gone through a journey, that practiced discipline, structure, how to invest, how to manage money, living their lives as if they are a millionaire, but they have none of the millionaire traits because they didn't acquire any. And so they end up just blowing through their fortune, spending frivolously because they had no journey. They had instantness. And instantness puts you in a place where you don't even know what to do. You're like a fish out of water. The journey structures you and prepares you on how to handle the end result and not only get it, but to keep it. Your higher self has mastered the skills. She's mastered the meditation, the affirmations, the journaling, the keeping her vibrations up. She's mastered all of the things. She's mastered her mindset, her mentality, not letting little things get to her so that she can stay on track. And so those are things that are part of your journey that you have to learn and acquire in order to be able to not just get the thing, but to keep the thing. A lot of people master the law of attraction and they start attracting things intentionally. They are consciously creating their reality, and things for some people come too fast and they get scared. They're like, great, I've been manifesting all this money and now I don't know how to keep it and I'm really scared that I'm going to lose it. Well, if they would have attracted as well as not just the physical thing that they wanted, the money, the car, the whatever, and attracted the skills that also come with keeping it, they wouldn't be in such a worry. They would be like, okay, like I'm going to manifest the money. And there's nothing wrong with wanting something overnight sometimes. But if you want something overnight, then you need to also call in and ask for all the things overnight that you need to be able to sustain that thing. If you want to wake up and have 6-pack of abs and big round glutes and a nice back, you better make sure that you also try to manifest how to keep it, the discipline that comes with keeping it, poof of your cravings, no more cravings of any junk food or any sweets that your current identity has. Otherwise, you're going to have it and then you're going to slip right back into your old identity because your current identity does not know what to do with the end result. You have to go through the journey to get and understand how to get there and then how to stay there. The journey is all about lessons, ups and downs, and it is just more fun. If you get everything immediately, what is fun? Is Amazon that fun anymore? No, it's the norm. You get it, it comes in 2 days. You get it, it comes the same day. Everything just comes the same day. It's not like, oh my God, wow, I got a package. I mean, maybe sometimes depending on what it is, but most of the time it's just another thing. You would get very easily bored if you had like a genie lamp that's constantly just gonna give you what you want immediately. That's gonna become boring. Then what is the point of life if everything just comes really easily? That's like, say you open a book and read the book and the book just starts with, and they won the battle. The end. What happens to the journey? That's like watching a show and it's like, okay, here's exactly what happens. It's like you get the spoiler and you get the end result right away. And the whole movie is like 3 seconds long. Like it ended up being the dad that poisoned the whole family. The end. Okay, but what happened? Where was the journey? How did we end up here? That was where like the whole entertainment was. That's where like the whole thickness and fun part of it was supposed to be. Imagine if every mystery you've ever watched was just like, it's the neighbor did it, the end. Boring. Where's the journey? Where's the story? Where's the anything? It's just constant end result. Where's the fun in that? And that isn't to say don't manifest things or don't try to have things quickly. It honestly depends on what it is. You can manifest things the next day. It's just about being more conscious of why you should be enjoying the process and stop viewing the process as this unnecessary, lengthy thing that you have to do that's such a chore, because that lengthy process is helping you every step of the way. And there's a reason why you're probably not enjoying it. And so here's how you can enjoy the journey and not just live through it. First is having faith in your end goal. You've already enjoyed the journey many times in your life without probably even realizing, okay? When you go on vacation and you're having fun throughout the entire journey of booking a vacation, you're like looking through the flights, you're super excited, you're in the group chat with your friends, like picking out the hotel, and then you go and you pick out and you buy like outfits to wear on vacation, then you pack your clothes in your suitcase, and it's a journey, it's all a journey. And then you don't just enjoy it when you get on vacation, like you're enjoying all of those little steps because you know there's a vacation in the end. That's guaranteed. You put the money down, you bought the flights. And so with other things, like say having your dream body, or having money, having a luxury life, or whatever it is that you desire, that you're on a journey with, you feel like that isn't guaranteed. What's at the end is like not guaranteed. And so you don't know if all of the steps that you're doing are even amounting to anything, or if it's even worth it. It's kind of like waiting around, like, is this actually worth it? Is the times I'm going to the gym, am I actually seeing progress? I don't know. When you know that there's an end result, you don't care about all of the things in between. I mean, you care about them, but you don't stress over them because you have faith that every step you're taking is getting you closer to your goal. That is the mentality that you have to have when you're on your journey. If you know for sure that what you're working towards, you're gonna get it, then everything else is just the things that you have to do to get there. And it's gonna be so much more enjoyable knowing that for certain what you're hoping for is at the end. Regardless, you're gonna get there. So why wouldn't you enjoy the journey, okay? If somebody's offering you $1 million and they're standing on a stage with one of those big obnoxious checks, you know that the check is at the end of the stage. So you're gonna get up, you're not gonna complain like, I have to get up and I have to walk towards the stage to accept my prize, and I have to like scoot through people. You would be like, move out of my way. There's $1 million at the end, and I just have to get up and walk to get it. You're gonna be happy to do it. You're not gonna be like I have to do this thing. You know something is waiting for you, and you have faith that it's gonna be there. So enjoy it. Secondly is embracing the suck. Journeys have highs, journeys have lows, and everything in between. And they're all going to help you. They're all going to structure you. Even if you lose money in the process of building a business, it taught you a lesson on what not to spend, who not to work with, what companies not to work with, what brands not to work with. And so regardless, you are going to get closer to your goal. Even when you fail, you still win. Even if you followed the wrong diet, you still win. Even if you were doing a meditation that didn't really click or work for you, you still win because you still learned how to get onto the right path and go in the right direction. Then, of course, you have to celebrate the small wins. Small wins are to be celebrated, okay? If you're trying to lose 30 pounds, be happy that you lost one. You're a step closer. This is part of the journey. You learned how to lose one, and now you can lose another and another and another. And it's kind of like the book Atomic Habits. I don't know if you've ever read Atomic Habits. I will link that book in the description, but it's basically like you moving the needle 1%, 1%, 1%, 1%, and then all of those collectively end up being a big improvement rather than kind of just like hating your life until you get to the big end result that you're waiting for. And of course, you are going to detach from perfection. The journey is not going to be exactly perfect, like the perfection of ordering something online. If you place this button, you push this button, you push this button, you get it in front of your door, and that's exactly how the system is set up. Life is not set up in such a structured way. And so enjoying the journey is realizing that not every step is going to be perfect, and that's okay. There are so many times where something didn't go perfectly, but I ended up being more in alignment with what I wanted with that mess up than if everything would have went through with like the plan that I initially had. So trusting the process and detaching from perfection. Lastly, of course, you are going to affirm. Every actionable step that I'm taking is getting me closer to my goal, and I am very happy to be on this journey. Done. Enjoy the journey because it's mandatory for you to have a journey, and it's actually very rich and part of life, of having a journey. That is what makes the end result fun. So that's all I have for today's video. I hope that broadened your perspective on journeys, and I hope that makes the one that you're on right now, hopefully the journey to becoming your higher self. I do have an entire series on how to become your higher self, and I will link that series in the description. But yes, enjoy your journey, and that is all I have for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.